Welcome to our new series of the organs of Wirral. Today we are in this lovely church, St Andrew's in Bebington. This church has stood on the rise overlooking the village of Bebington since Saxon times, some 900 years ago. From modest beginnings, the building was developed as the local area grew. Significant building works took place in the 14th century and the 19th century, and even today work still goes on to preserve the building for the future. In 1885, the Liverpool firm of Franklin Lloyd built an organ for this church. It was a large 3-manual instrument and it filled this whole space. Floor to ceiling was organ. The organ carried on quite successfully until the 1960s, when another local firm, although rather more well known, Henry Willis and Sons, made a new organ. Rather smaller, and this organ is actually on stilts, and we have a compact detached console. That means that the church gets to use the whole of the floor space of this chamber, which was previously inaccessible because it was full of organ. The organ is typical of the type of instruments that Henry IV was building. The thick, darker, heavier sounds are out, and the thinner, lighter, spikier sounds are in, just as the neoclassical style was prevailing at the time, so this organ features that. And two stops in particular that feature are the spindle flirter and the sext mixture, two sounds which feature on a lot of Henry IV's organs. This organ has direct electric action. That means that each of the 800 or so pipes has its own little electromagnet valve which lets the air into the pipes when the organist presses a key. These pallet magnets are quite simple things really, very few moving parts, and were very popular with organ builders, particularly in the 1960s, because it meant that the internal layout of the organ was much freer. They could basically put pipes wherever they liked. A few years ago there was a storm in the area and a lot of water came onto the great organ, and water and organs really don't mix. It's awful water, and the water got onto the pallets, and the pallets shrunk, causing all sorts of ciphers, and many dozens had to be changed. So this is the pallet magnet, which is at the heart of the organ. It really doesn't move very much. It's an electromagnet and it attracts an arm. On the end of the arm is the pallet, and this is what seals against the wind going into the pipe. Liebster Jesu, wir sind hier. Dearest Jesus, we are here, is a Lutheran hymn written in the 1660s. I'm going to play a chorale prelude based on the tune written by the great composer and polymath Johann Sebastian Bach, and I'll feature the sext mixture in the melody line. Thank you for watching. Please keep your eyes open for the other videos in this series.